I built this silo more than a year ago, but didn't quite finish it. Anyway, now that I'm ready to work on it again, let's go back and catch up with the process so far. The main reason I didn't get it quite finished before was that I wasn't sure what to do regarding a dump pit. I didn't want to model it as an open pit like I built for the power plant. I wanted something that would allow a dry commodity to stay dry. Anyway, I looked online last night and I found some photographs of apparatus that would do just that. So I'm going to build something similar. Well, here are the basic components, just put roughly in place. What I've got here is a concrete apron with two small pits, the right distance apart for the two bays of the hopper car to be spotted directly over them. And then it has sliding covers that can be pulled off to allow dry powder to be dropped inside. The weathering powders that I ordered from eBay recently arrived today, so I'm just experimenting with them. What I'm doing at the moment is putting a dirt colour around the base of this little building. I don't want too much on this wall because there's a concrete slab there rather than dirt, but the front and side should have a fairly dense cover. Now I'm going to use a soot colour to put just a light coat over everything, since it is a steam era railroad. And this I'm going to go pull it down from the top instead of pushing it up from the bottom. And this will go equally on all sides. don't know whether I really need anything on the back because that'll never be seen. This building isn't as old as those surrounding it, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. Just a fairly light weathering coat on there. I'm going to leave the main silo structure until last because that's the part that's most noticeable, so I want to get some practice on the other bits first. What I think I'm going to do with this silver apparatus is to use a wash of rust and then try putting the powder over it while the wash is still wet, and let's just see how that works. This is what the silo now looks like after hitting it with the rust coloured weathering powder. I got a bit carried away and ended up with it a lot more heavily weathered than I intended. I don't know whether I'm going to come back and try to take some of it off or just leave it as it is and say that this unobtainium powder is a lot more corrosive than I first thought. Anyway, I still have the lower piece to do. I can't do that with the powders because it's a gloss finish and they won't stick, so I'm going to have to use regular paint for that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. Well, I did eventually go back and re-weather the discharge apparatus. I like it a lot more the second time round. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn the camera on while I was doing it. I also dusted some soot coloured weathering powders on top of some of the deeper rust stains just to see if it would turn it down a bit, but it doesn't seem to make a lot of difference. I'm thinking it's just that the rust powder is a lot more of a vibrant colour than anything else in there, and it just tends to make a lot more difference with a lot less powder, so that's something I'll have to remember in future. Anyway, I'm going to call that a wrap and get on with the next project. Thanks for watching.